Welcome back. In this video, we are going to explain how people apply for rental housing and how decisions are made under this policy. This matters because members need to understand not only what the rules are, but how the housing decisions are supposed to be made. As we have discussed in previous videos, a person applying for rental housing must be a First Nation member, at least 18 years old, and able to provide evidence of enough income to support rental payments. We have also discussed that a person applying must not owe rental arrears and must not have been evicted from rental housing in the previous 2 years. Applications that do not meet these basic requirements will not be moved forward for consideration. Once an application is in, there is an obligation to update it annually. The housing manager will send an update request around the 1-year mark of the application. After that, it is the applicant's responsibility to update the file within the allotted time. If an application is not updated as required, it will be removed from the waiting list. Now you might be wondering, how are applications chosen for a rental property? Applications are scored according to a selection criteria point rating guide. That guide looks at things like household size, living conditions, references, and financial circumstances. One important fairness rule is that the scoring process is supposed to be completed without the identity of the applicants being known to the housing department who are doing the scoring. In addition, the results will remain anonymous once forwarded to the Housing Committee for review, and the applicant's identity will remain unknown to the Housing Committee until after a decision is made. This anonymity technique is meant to reduce favoritism and help make the process more fair. Therefore, in summation of the different parties involved in the process, the Housing Department handles day-to-day work like accepting and scoring applications and submitting them to the Housing Committee for review. The Housing Committee then reviews and recommends tenant selection based on the scoring criteria and other applicable rules under the policy. Now, there is one important caveat for existing tenants. Policy Rule 9.6 states that tenants are generally not eligible for a new housing allocation, except in extraordinary circumstances. These circumstances can be found in the policy, but include overcrowding, accessibility needs, safety, and violence, to name a few. That means a current tenant does not simply move to a new allocation whenever they want. There must be a policy basis for that decision. The main message from this video is that rental housing decisions are supposed to follow a clear process, with eligibility rules, updated applications, scoring, and review. In the next video, we will explain the everyday rules for living in banned housing, including upkeep, repairs, inspections, transfers, and safety.